What's up, everybody? Welcome back to This Took Forever podcast slash YouTube. I'm Syrena, being whatever. Lemon's here too, if you can hear her panting on the floor. Okay, I really gotta stop getting on camera looking like crap. At some of the clips, I haven't watched any of these back. I don't listen to them back. I just post it. Whatever. And all the beginning, like, thumbnails are me of, like, making some, like, random face. I'm like this. For those of you who can't see, because you're just listening, it's not very flattering. Anyway, so we're going to talk about some things, but I still hate this camera thing, but it's important. And I just am like, you know what? I need to do my face stuff because I took a shower and did my hair, but I need to put my face gear on. And I thought, you know what? I gotta do this in a mirror anyway. And kind of a tribute to my girl, Bailey Sarian. If you like true crime, you should go watch her. One day, I hope to meet her, and I hope she can teach me how to do makeup because she is phenomenal, and I just love her, and I know I could be friends with her. But anyway, she like does her makeup on screen, like her skincare and stuff like that. And I thought, oh my gosh, I'm gonna try that because I need to get this done. But anyway, I thought I'd sit here and talk to you while I'm doing this because it's so boring in the bathroom, like doing my face. I'm like, this would be so much better if I had somebody to talk to. I think I figured this out. Yeah, sorry, YouTube and podcast. You're my new besties. So get ready. We're gonna talk about some weird crap. Okay, so I need to do this. All right. I keep getting pulled back into my out-of-body experience. Look, there's an episode about it. It happened. There's no denying it. I'm not here to negotiate whether it happened or not. It happened. So, with that being said, what I've learned, what I'm piecing together. Oh man, I just keep going back through that dream. And all I can tell you is like my body was TV static. I looked like TV static. And everything around me was so real and so solid. And that told me, I was like, wait a minute, I'm different. Because it was just my soul. It wasn't my body. My body was back in my bed. Oh, it was so crazy how it all happened. It happened. Like, anyway, and then my kid confirming it the next day. Wild. Okay. So, and my mom too, when she showed up at the door, and it was like instinctively, I knew she was there. And I just went to the door. I'm telling you, it was like pre-written in my soul's contract to have that experience. And I keep getting pulled back to it. And now the research is happening and more people are talking about it. It's becoming prevalent. And I swear, if you get on here and start talking about that's witchcraft, that's the devil, like, I'm sorry, it's not. And I'm so past all of that. So, you have a soul, and your soul, yeah, I'm here to figure out my soul. That's what I'm here doing. So anyway, welcome. If you're new here, surprise. Yeah, a little strange. Welcome to this weird ass part of YouTube. Yeah. You can go whatever. Okay, nice. Okay, so, I don't even know why I use this crap. I think it's for my neck mostly, but whatever. So, if we are a soul, and our body's our body, and our consciousness is our consciousness. Care, right? So let's talk about care. So if everything is energetic and vibration, because that makes sense that I was TV static. So what is TV static? It moves. It's like vibration, right? So I was like, ooh, maybe that's what my soul is like. How I can put into words what I saw. So the words, yeah, TV static, and that TV static vibrates. So I want this vibration to be a certain something, right? Look, I'm still figuring this out. I'm not some kind of guru, so, and I'm, this is all self-taught here, folks, so it is what it is. Okay, so we need to raise the vibration, because I've been doing a lot of research on manifestation, and look, the out-of-body stuff. When you get out of your body, your thoughts manifest instantly. You want an apple? Bam, apple. Like, your thoughts it's really hard to explain. If you know, you know. If you don't, I'm sorry. But manifestation is instant in the astral plane. Here we have all these restrictions and all this stuff, and we're under this construct, but we have to learn, wake up, if you will. We have to learn body, mind, soul, and get everything aligned properly to be able to do the things we need to do. And you have to become an untethered soul. That's what I'm learning. You have to be untethered from the world. And you can't have fear. And you can't have all these things. And which makes sense. And God didn't give you a spirit of fear. There's nothing to fear. So I'm not afraid of hell. I'm not afraid of any of this stuff that religion has been telling me to be afraid of. I'm just not. I'm sorry. I'm just not scared of this stuff because there are other things on the other side. You can see the seraphims, you can see lots of different things, but it's not exactly what you think. And I hope to verify this all on my own at some point. But in the meantime, I do know that I have a soul that left my body. I know that. So that's where I'm at. So I know this. So I'm like, okay, how, why, whatever. I'm learning a lot about this. Okay, so back to the vibration. We got to raise our vibration. I mean, lots of woo-woo. I hear a lot of that stuff, and it kind of made sense, but it kind of didn't make sense. This is where, a lot of that new age stuff, there's some stuff that's way out there that I'm like, no, that's weird. And there's a lot of religious stuff that I'm like, no. Pray, that's great. Be a good person, fantastic. Give, receive love, absolutely all the good stuff, right? All the weird stuff, no thank you. Hard pass. So, I don't like the texture of this stuff, but it does work. Okay, so if we need to raise our vibration, and again, doing a lot of research on this, essentially, we got to take care of our mind, our body, and our soul. And these are all three separate things, but they all work together. Synchronized, right? So in my dream about getting the neck adjusting, that's what I mean. Getting everything aligned, bringing your soul online, right? That makes sense. So if we've got to bring our soul online, how do we raise the vibration of that soul, right? So that was what I saw. So I've really been thinking, okay, we can do this by, I'm not very good at multitasking, as you can see. Okay, we can do this with our body first, drink water. I mean, come on, we all know this. They taught us all in kindergarten. Take care of yourself, right? And I know that should be well, duh, people, right? I get it. But when you've been in Dark Night of the Soul, people, this is what I'm talking about. This kind of stuff doesn't always come so easy to those who are suffering. Those that are in their wilderness season. Those are going through it. Those are having their midlife crisis, whatever the heck you want to call it. Look, midlife crisis is different. I used to just call this my midlife crisis until I realized it was not a midlife crisis. This was something, it was a spiritual awakening. I was going through all the stuff. That's why this whole thing with Christianity and stuff, it just didn't fit. There was just too many things that I knew and too many things that I experienced, and it just wasn't, it just was not, my dad's near-death experience and other people's and stuff. It's just, they were like, yeah, you kind of come back understanding how it all works. And that is pretty much what happened. And so from that point forward, I just said, you know what? I don't need a religion. So that's how I feel about it. And I know I'm still struggling with it. I'm still struggling with people getting mad at me and preaching at me. And, you got to think, this is my belief my whole entire freaking life. It's been my absolute lifelong fear is going to hell. I mean, absolutely has been my lifelong fear, as most of us, right? So, getting past that and working through that is hard. So if that's you, you're not alone. And that's why I think I'm making these, is because it has been such a struggle, and I'm not upset. I'm not trying to convince anybody. That's the other thing here too. All this is about me like sharing my experience and what I've gone through, because it was so traumatic and so crazy, and just I know how scared I was. And if I can lessen somebody else's fear while they go through this and find themselves, and look, at the end of this, you may decide that you are a Christian and that is what works for you. And that's fantastic. It's no judgment. You can't judge yourself about what's right for your soul. That's what I mean by, like, you have to get with God and you've got to figure out what is right for you, because you would be surprised at the things you do for other people. It's crazy what we will do for other people and why we do it. But that's the people pleasers, right? That's us, not the narcissist types of personalities. I'm not saying you're a narcissist. Everybody simmer down. I honestly think we all have narcissistic times in our life or narcissistic moments. And I think some people just have a lot more. And then there are people who are just full blown, have mental whatever. But it's just, that's their normal program. But we all have a lapse in judgment, right? So we all try not to judge each other too harshly. It happens, but we always have to try to remember we all started somewhere, right? All right, let's change modes here. Oh yeah, no, that's okay. We don't want that. Microcurrent, level 2. I think we can do 3 microcurrent. So anyway, back to what I was saying here. So raising the vibration, taking care of ourselves, our body, our mind, our soul. So for my body, obviously, as you can see, I'm like, I really need to start doing my skincare. I'm getting old. I need to start getting back on my retin-A. So I'm like, all right, so this is just crap we got to do to make ourselves feel good and present to the world. And there's nothing wrong with that. It goes wayside. Like me, I haven't been using my retin-A. I haven't been haven't been working out like I should. I haven't been drinking enough water. I've been eating. The food's not an option for me. I have to eat clean because I'll get sick. So that's through this spiritual awakening that kind of forced me to eat clean. That's kind of one of the side effects I think that happens. It's really weird. I wish I could explain it, people, but you know what? I just decided to roll with it. I was like, you know what? How many people wish that they could not stand junk food? How many people wish that they didn't crave that nasty food? And I used to. Oh my gosh, I was such a junk food junkie. Oh, you have no idea. I can't stomach any of it now. It's so nasty. Oh, I used to love junk food. Oh, it was the best. I haven't eaten a Dorito. I haven't eaten a chip, and I can't even tell you how long. I do mix chips and salsa though, but the tortilla chips, I don't really care for them that much anymore. I know it's kind of weird, but anyway, so that's kind of, yeah, I think this whole raising the vibration is what the ticket is. And that's what's going to help you manifest. And it's like, if you bring these vibrations up, then you vibrate the good things back to you in the universe. I'm still trying to understand all this. So if this sounds a little out there, trust me, I'm right behind you, but it is making sense, because that's like the best mental image that I can get in my head of what happened over what I went through, what the experience was like, and to really understand who I am and what I'm doing here. And that's what I'm trying to figure out. This took forever. That's the name of this. So this is like a divine hallway / waiting /, I don't know, like checkpoint, whatever you want to call it. And I'm just going to put this out there because I know I cannot be the only one who is dealing with this. I know that I'm not. So the dreams, the synchronicities, like just everything, you know? And when I finally like tore that veil, that is really when things got supernatural. So yeah, I don't know. This is just some wild stuff, but it feels like for the first time in a long time, I'm being told the truth. This makes more sense to me than lean not on your own understanding or whatever. Oh no, we don't want that. Shut that off. That's scary. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I think that's what's up. I think that's what's up. I think I'm just searching for the truth, and I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing here and who I am. And I know I'm not the only one. Maybe I'm the only one dumb enough to record it and look like an idiot. But that's okay. I don't really care. Anyway, all right, everybody. For those of you who are just listening on the podcast, I just did my whole face care slathering routine thingy with this little face wand. It works. It really does. The microcurrent and the dermashot and all that crap. It does help. And it helps with all the spots too. So hopefully this one will go away. Anyway, have a wonderful day, everybody. I'm sure we will be talking again soon. Maybe next time I'll have some makeup on. Doubtful, but maybe. All right, everybody. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.